different subjects, so that are inter interrelated with each other, correlated. That correlated we can say interdisciplinary. Okay, interdisciplinary science that includes the atmospheric, aquatic, and soil chemistry, as well as heavily relying on the analytical chemistry and being related to environmental and other areas of science. That is the environmental chemistry. It is interdisciplinary with the soil chemistry, aquatic chemistry, atmospheric chemistry, and somewhat with the analytical chemistry. That is relation between the environmental. Okay, you already discussed atmosphere. What is the atmosphere, troposphere, whatever is there, stratosphere. Okay, mesosphere, whatever is there, you already know. So atmosphere, atmosphere, the temperature varies greatly with altitude. The profile makes a Z shape from the mesosphere to the ground. Okay, that is the mesosphere, and that will be the ground. That's why the temperature is varying. Okay, so pressure is highest at the surface and decreases with the height. Okay, the pressure of air, atmospheric pressure is at the surface is the highest, and just the happen we can go the upward, so that surface, that the pressure is will be the decrease with when we are going to upward and upward. Okay, the fluctuation in the pressure are a driving force of weather. Why the any fluctuation is in the weather, particular when we are going down to earth, at the time that will be the happen to the force of weather. Okay, so composition of atmosphere, what exactly compositions of atmosphere, composition of air, composition of atmosphere. So many types of such types of questions are asked in a interview, in ONGC interview, IOCL interview, big interview, such types of question is asked. That question one asked me in the ONGC interview or as a class 1 officer. Okay, when I was appear for the interview and I was selected. Okay, I was worked as a executive officer chemist in a ONGC, oil and natural gas. Okay, so what is the exact compositions of atmosphere? Air composition, nitrogen how much percent and how much by weight and by volume also. Okay, so that is the molar mass of nitrogen is 78%. It occupied the atmosphere. Mole fraction. Okay, it is in the mole fraction. Okay, and total we can say 78%. Oxygen 20 mole fraction, 0.2094. Just like that. I will not go with detail. You just check out it. Okay. So after that, ozone, sulfur dioxide, different things also are there. Ammonia, carbon monoxide are present. Traces gases in variable amount. So that will be the variable with different areas. Okay. So the composition of gases in the atmosphere is not uniform. Okay. So lightest gases tend to rise to top. Those are the gases are lighter. They will be go through an upward side. Okay, because they are the lighter, due to the light weight, they are not come too much by the gravity. Okay, so gases are measured in ppm. What is meant by the ppm?
Parts per million.
Part per million. What is meant by the part per million? That simple thing. So you should remember what is the ppm, and you just answer me tomorrow what is the ppm exactly. Part per million. ओके. पार्ट पर मिलियन किंवा वेरी सिंपल एखाद्या याच्यामध्ये आपल्याला सांगायचं असेल तर then you have to answer it. Okay. So if the environmental chemistry also suffer with environmental pollution. Okay. What is exactly pollution? What is the pollutant? What is the pollute? What is the pollutant? So environmental pollution is the effect of undesirable change in our surrounding and that have a harmful effect on the plants, animals, and human beings. So that is the environmental pollution. That the pollution affects that such types of effects due to some things, undesirable changes in our surroundings. So that some it is the very harmful to the effect on the plant, animals, insects, humans, and other things. Okay. A substance which cause the pollution is known as the pollutant. What is exactly pollutant? The substance which cause the pollution. ज्याच्यामुळे pollution होतं. That is the pollutant. Means what is the pollutant? Any example? What is the pollutant?
Carbon monoxide.
Okay. More.
Nitrogen oxide.
Nitrogen oxide.
Who tells you this? Congress, I think Congress sir. Congress लेक्चर में झालं का आहे? So exactly pollutant means they causes the pollution. Which causes the pollution, that is the pollutant. So what is the pollutant? The
Which causes
drain
pollution?
waste, the drain waste is pollutant. Waste is pollutant. Non-biodegradable waste is pollutant. Yeah, it is pollutant. Only the gas not pollutant. Only gas are not pollutant. So many things are pollutant. Okay. So many chemicals which is drained by the industry in the water source. These are pollutant. Okay. So many types of what can we say? So many types of industries are there. So different types of pollutants they can live in the water source. Okay. So pollutant can be solid, liquid, or gaseous substance. Okay. So solid make which types of pollution? So solid, liquid, or gas substance present in greater concentrations than the natural abundance. Okay. If it is present more than the natural abundance, we can say it is the pollutant and are produced due to the human activities or due to the natural happenings. Sometimes it will be by the natural happenings, but maximum times they are produced by the human activities. Okay, so pollutants, for example, the solid, if you are considered solid, so solid pollutants make soil pollution. Solid noise pollution. Cracker, it is a solid compound. Nitrous oxide is in that. Okay, so that make a noise pollution. Liquid waste from the industries, that is the liquid in the form of pollutant, so it make water pollution. So many types of liquid they are. Some types to vaporize. Sometimes they will vaporize, so they make the air pollution. Gases, carbon monoxide, carbon nitrous oxide, carbon dioxide. Yes, 2 years is a poisonous gas. so many times it's eliminated than the industry in the environment. NO2, CO2, CO, SS2O. So these types of are the gases pollutants. So they make our atmosphere, our environment, they make these types of pollution air. Okay, such types of air it's unbreathable. We cannot breathe in that particular air. Okay, so these types of different types of pollutants. So pollutants can be degradable. It can be degradable. Yes. Okay. If you are thrown the types of vegetables in your out of your home, so at that time they make they decompose and they involve some types of dirty smell. So it is makes the air pollution, but it can be biodegradable. It is degradable. You segregate it, segregate केल्यानंतर you hand over it to the that particular manpa vehicle is there, and you are degradable, and they will use it to make a what they will make. They will make it by the biodegradable, and it can be useful for the to farming, the harvesting to farming the plant. Okay, so at that time it will readily break down in the natural process. Okay, but that is the degradable. If you throw in the road, that will be the pollutant. It will be you segregate and convert into the other thing, so that will not pollutant. Okay, so pollutant can be degradable. Yeah, it can be degradable. ओके, तो ते पोल्युटंट केव्हा पोल्युटंट असेल एखादा सबस्टन्स जो की कॉज करेल, हार्मफुल करेल, वाईस काहीतरी हे करेल, देन वी कॅन से इट इज पोल्युटंट. अदरवाइज यू कॅन नॉट से इट इज अ पोल्युटंट. ओके, तो काही व्हेजिटेबल्स आहेत, डिस्कार्डेड व्हेजिटेबल्स आहेत. So discardable vegetables not a pollutant, but if you throw in on the road, on the air, on the anything anywhere, so then they can become a pollutant. If you segregate it and make for use for the, or you can hand over to other people for the degradation. At that time they cannot be pollutant. Okay, because they are readily break down by the natural process, and the breakdown also, and after that they can be useful as a useful material in a farming. Okay, on the other hand, the pollutant which are slowly degradable remain in the environment in an unchanged form for many decades, like DDT, plastic materials, okay, heavy metals, many chemicals, nuclear waste. So these types of pollutants are slowly degradable. So they can make our environment polluted. Okay, because they are slowly degradable. So they can definitely become as a strong pollutant for the so many times. Okay, just example, ज्यांचं डिग्रेडेशन व्हायला जर डिकेट लागत असेल 10 years, न्यूक्लिअर वेस्टेज ज्यांचं डिकेट व्हायला सेंचुरीज लागतात. ओके, न्यूक्लिअर कंटिन्युअसली रेडिएशन होत असतं, त्या एक्झॅक्टली त्या काय म्हणतात त्याला रश मधून कंटिन्युअसली रेडिएशन होत असतं. सो that nuclear waste are kept in a big drum and thrown out in a sea. सी मध्ये बिग कंटेनर मध्ये टाकून त्यात थ्रोन आउट केलं जातं. ओके, आता सी मध्ये टाकल्यानंतर ऍट दॅट टाइम ते कंटेनरच्या ते जे मेटल आहे, कोणतंही मेटल असेल, ते 100 वर्ष टिकणार नाही. 20 वर्ष टिकेल, 30 वर्ष टिकेल, 40 वर्ष टिकेल. आफ्टर दॅट दे विल बी डिग्रेडेड, दे विल बी करोड. आणि ते करोजन झाल्यानंतर ते न्यूक्लिअर वेस्ट डायरेक्टली कॉन्टॅक्ट कम्स अंडर द सी वॉटर, अँड तिथं ते रेडिएशन होणार, तिथल्या एन्व्हायरमेंटला, तिथल्या इकोसिस्टमला ते हार्मफुल करणार. ओके, such types of nuclear waste are slowly degradable, and they are त्यांचं डिग्रेडेबल व्हायला 100 years पण लागतात. ते कंटिन्युअसली 100 त्याच्यामधून रेडिएशन जर येत असेल त्या रश मधून, सो इट विल बी द ओके टू थ्रो आउट such types of waste in a sea water will not be okay. nothing. So it will be the, after some time it will be the harmful to have the uh, sea ecologies, and after that it will be connect with the human also. And because so many times of fishes and the other things are useful, so that time they can be comes under the humans also. Okay, so that is the pollutant. Okay, so this cannot be degraded by a natural process and harmful to living organisms. So that is the pollutant. Okay, environmental pollutions exact. In the process of environmental pollution, the pollutants originated from source and get transported by the air or water or are dumped in a soil by human beings. Okay, so that is the effect. Okay, what exactly? Agriculture is there, fire is there. Okay, so lighting, so that source, transformations. Again, they're making the clouds, photochemistry, chemical transformation, cloud process, vertical mixing, rain, and they can come under the water. Okay, that is the ecosystem. If you in कोणत्या तरी ठिकाणी तुम्ही if any pollution जर केलं, so it will be affect to remaining. Okay, हे बघा, it is the industrial smoke is there and it's going here, and when the water is there, so first of all acid water will be, that is will be the chance first rain is the acid water are surrounding the industries area. Okay, so that will be, you have to that will be the very much harmful to you. Okay, atmospheric pollution, the lowest region of atmospheric in which the human being along with the other organism like called troposphere. Okay, it extends up to the height of 10 kilometers. I think you know this one. Okay, हे झालंय ना तुमचं atmosphere. I think you know it. Okay, so that can affect. So sulfur to oxidize when we are, you know that it will be the so many times of atmosphere, and after that the steps of different primary pollutant and they convert into the secondary pollutant, just like a carbon monoxide, nitric oxide, sulfur dioxide. Okay, nitrogen dioxide, ammonia. Okay, volatile organic compounds, the steps of volatile organic compounds, they can't, so they convert primary pollutant when comes contact with water, they can convert into the secondary pollutants and they are harmful to human bodies. So sulfur dioxide, sulfur dioxide is oxidation home because oxygen is present in the air, so sulfur dioxide, sulfur trioxide होणार, and sulfur trioxide झाल्यानंतर it come contact with water and it become H2SO4. Okay, and H2SO4, that is the sulfuric acid, and so types of acid rain will be falls and in the first rain. Okay, so nitric oxide convert into the nitric acid, the oxidation home HNO3, that also acid, and that will be make harmful. Hydrogen peroxide, ozone. Okay, so these types of will be there, and ammonia to ammonium nitrate, ammonium salt and at the time they will be bind with any compound. Okay, so what is the exactly source of that particular compound? या compound's origin कुठे आहे? So it will be come from the aeroplane, it come from the towns and homes, it come from the vehicle exhausted, खूप जुने vehicles आहेत, so that can burn it very readily. Okay, carbon dioxide च्या ठिकाणी carbon monoxide they can release. Okay, so that will be the harmful to our society. Factories, that is the main. Okay, other things, so many times burning wildlife sanctuaries, such types of big bonfires in the wildlife sanctuary, they make the steps of pollution. That will be the primary pollutant converted to the secondary pollutant, and they will be harmful. Oxides of the sulfur. So oxides of the sulfur are produced when the sulfur containing fossil fuel is burned. Okay, so most common species sulfur dioxide is a gas, and that is the poisonous to both animal and plant. Sulfur dioxide. So sulfur dioxide is a poisonous gas and harmful to animal and plant. So it has been reported that even a low concentration of sulfur dioxide causes the respiratory diseases like asthma, emphysema, and in human beings. Okay, so sulfur dioxide causes the irradiations of eyes, resulting in a tears and redness. Okay, so high concentration of SO2 leads to the stiffness of the flowers buds, and which eventually falls off and from the plant. Okay, so oxides of nitrogen. So at a high altitude, then the lighting strikes the nitrogen and oxygen combines to form the oxygen oxides of nitrogen. That is the nitrogen oxide is oxidized to nitrate ion HNO. This is the NO3H, and which is washed into soil, whereas saber as a fertilizer. It serves as a fertilizer. Okay, so so many types of serve as a fertilizer, but it will be the harmful. In a automobile engine at a high temperature, when fossil fuel is burned, the di-nitrogen and dioxygen combines to yield a significant quantity of the nitric oxide. And nitrogen dioxide, nitric oxide, HNO3 will be formed, and the irritants rate has of the trophic and congested place is due to the oxides of the nitrogen. So high concentration of to damage the leaves of plants and retard the rate of the photosynthesis. Okay, so to damage the leaves of plants and they will be affect on photosynthesis. Photosynthesis will affect झाला तर प्रोडक्शन कमी होईल ना. फोटोसिंथेसिस कमी झालं तर ऍग्रिकल्चर प्रोडक्शन कमी होईल. Okay, so the area surrounding the industries that will be the somewhat affected for the such as of farmers and such types of farming land are affected due to the low income, due to such types of retard of the rate of the photosynthesis. Because the leaves the damage झालं तर leaves cannot be done the photosynthesis, and photosynthesis झाला नाही तर कोणतेही seeds किंवा काही तयार होणार नाही, and at that time there will be the losses of such types of. So nitrogen dioxide is a lung irritant and that can lead to the acute respiratory disease. Nitrogen dioxide to the children and toxic to living tissues also. So nitrogen dioxide is also harmful to human body. So hydrocarbons. Nitrogen has the hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons can burn itself. Our CNG gas, LPG gas, petrol, diesel, rockets, all are the hydrocarbons, hydrogen and carbon. So hydrocarbons are composed of hydrogen and carbon only and are formed by the incomplete combustion of fuel used in an automobile. Incomplete combustion जर झालं, so at that time hydrocarbon will be released by the automobile sector, means vehicles. So hydrocarbons are carcinogenic, okay, and they cause the cancer. Okay, if you come contact with hydrocarbons, continuously in hydrocarbon contact मध्ये येत आहे, at that time it will be the harmful and they cause the cancer. Okay, so they harm plants by causing aging, breakdown of tissues and shedding of the leaves and flowers and trees. Okay, so carbon monoxide. So carbon monoxide is very much injurious gas is there. Carbon monoxide is one of the most serious air pollutants. It is the colorless and odorless gas, highly poisonous to living beings because its ability to block the delivery of the oxygen to the organs and tissues. What happening? Hemoglobin is there. So what is the functioning of the hemoglobin? Hemoglobin in our कशामध्ये असतं? ब्लड मध्ये असतं. So hemoglobinचं काय काम आहे? What is the function of hemoglobin? Hemoglobin binds the oxygen in a lungs. Lungs मधलं oxygen जे असतं त्याला bind करतं. That oxygen carry up to the organ tissue. आपल्या टिश्यू पर्यंत ते काय करतं? Oxygen deliveryचं काम करतं. So when we inhale the carbon monoxide जर inhale झालं तर that carbon monoxide are readily bind with hemoglobin. हेमोग्लोबिनच्या आयरन सोबत तो काय readily bind होतो instead of oxygen. तर oxygen bind होणार नाही आणि carbon monoxide is bind readily with that hemoglobin containing iron. So at the time what happens? There is a source of oxygen is decreases. Carbon monoxide bind झालाय. So due to the less concentration of oxygen, the human can be die within a 1 or 2 hours. Within the 15 minutes also, sometimes it happens. Okay, so gas geyser will be the can produce the carbon monoxide. जिथं ऑक्सिजनचा सोर्स कमी आहे, ऑक्सिजन एअर मध्ये जर कमी झाला तर combustion of the hydrocarbons can emit carbon monoxide instead of carbon dioxide. जर ऑक्सिजन कमी झाला तर कार्बन जेव्हा कंबशन होत असतं एखाद्या एनर्जीचं तर ॲट द टाइम काय होतं, हायड्रोजन बर्न होतात, कार्बन कन्वर्ट टू द कार्बन डायऑक्साइड. So that's why oxygen is important for the burning of anything. ठीक आहे, कारण ऑक्सिजन कॅन कार्बन डायऑक्साइड तयार होतं आणि हायड्रोजन बर्न होऊन एनर्जी इव्हॉल्व होते. सो ॲट द टाइम जेव्हा कार्बन मोनॉक्साइड केव्हा तयार होणार, जेव्हा पर्सेंटेज ऑफ ऑक्सिजन इज लेस. एका कार्बन सोबत बाइंड होण्यासाठी 2 ऑक्सिजन लागतात. जर त्याचा रेशिओ कमी झाला, ऑक्सिजन जर कमी असेल तर द टाइम कार्बन डायऑक्साइडच्या ऐवजी कार्बन मोनॉक्साइड तयार होईल. Carbon monoxide readily binds with your hemoglobin and they are blocking the delivery of oxygen to organs and tissue. And at that time, organs failure, tissue failure, and that's why pressure on the heart will become an heart attack. Even to me, good morning, you can die. It produced as a result of incomplete combustion of carbon. Incomplete carbon combustion. Why? कारण the complete combustion झालं असतं तर कार्बन डायऑक्साइड तयार झालं असतं. इनकम्प्लीट झाल्यामुळे काय झालं, ऑक्सिजन कमी पडला आणि कार्बन मोनॉक्साइड तयार झालं. सो कार्बन मोनॉक्साइड इज मेनली रिलीज इन द एअर बाय द ऑटोमोबाईल एक्झॉस्ट. अदर सोर्सेस प्रोड्यूस द कार्बन मोनॉक्साइड इन्व्हॉल्व द इनकम्प्लीट कंबशन ऑफ कोल, फायरवूड, पेट्रोल, सस्टेप याच्यापासून कार्बन होतो, कार्बन मोनॉक्साइड कॅन इको. डू यू नो व्हाय द कार्बन मोनॉक्साइड इज पॉइझनस? इट बाइंड टू हिमोग्लोबिन टू फॉर्म द carboxy hemoglobin. Okay, that's why it can poison. I already told you about that. Are you getting this?
Yes, sir.
Carbon dioxide is released in the atmosphere by the respiration, burning of the fossil fuel of energy, and by decomposition of limestone during the manufacture of cement. So that is the carbon dioxide. Many times सगळ्या ठिकाणी कार्बन डायऑक्साइड बाहेर पडणार. तुम्ही नॅचरल गॅस बर्न करताय घरी, किचन गॅस, व्हॉट कॅन बी से, होम LPG, CNG, वॉट एव्हर इज देअर. सो देअर विल बी द त्याच्यात काय मिथेन आहे, ब्युटेन आहे, प्रोपेन आहे, अप टू द 10 कार्बन पर्यंत असतं. 84% मिथेन असतं, to 4-5% इथेन, देन प्रोपेन, आणि त्याचं पर्सेंटेज ऑफ कार्बन वाढत गेलं की त्याचं पर्सेंटेज कमी होत जातं. सो ॲट द टाइम काय होणार आहे, जेवढे जास्त मिथेन असेल तेवढे जास्त हायड्रोजन मिळतील बर्निंग व्हायला. सो एका मिथेन मॉलिक्यूल 1 molecule of carbon dioxide will be formed. So that's for 1 molecule of O2 gas we require. Okay, so that's why oxygen is required for the burning anything. Okay, and there is evolve प्रत्येक ठिकाणी कार्बन डायऑक्साइड बाहेर पडणारच आहे. ओके, सो इट्स ऑल्सो इमिटेड ड्युरिंग द व्हॉल्कॅनिक इरप्शन. खूप जास्त व्हॉल्कॅनोमध्ये खूप जास्त पडणार. तुम्ही बोन फायर मध्ये खूप जास्त प्रमाणात असेल, कारण बोन फायर मध्ये खूप सारा सेल्युलोज असणार. तर सेल्युलोज मध्ये हायड्रोजन कमी असणार आणि बाकीचे असणार, त्याच्यात कार्बन डायऑक्साइड खूप तयार होणार. ओके, so energy कमी आणि धूर जास्त. Okay, so carbon dioxide gas is confined to troposphere only. Excess of CO2 in the air is removed by the green plants and this is the maintain an appropriate level of CO2 in the atmosphere. You know that is the CO2 is useful for that. Why CO2 is the on the balance in the air. Okay, जसं CO2 वाढणार आहे, CO2 absorbs some energy. CO2 जर एन्व्हायरमेंट मध्ये असेल तर तो काय करतो, हीट एनर्जी अब्झॉर्ब करतो. हीट एनर्जी अब्झॉर्ब केल्यानंतर काय होतं, एन्व्हायरमेंटचं टेम्परेचर वाढतं ना, तो अब्झॉर्ब करतो हीट एनर्जी. CO2 गॅस एन्व्हायरमेंट मध्ये आहे आणि इट्स अब्झॉर्ब द हीट एनर्जी. सो इथं हीट एनर्जी, सन एनर्जी, लाईट एनर्जी अब्झॉर्ब केली. सो ॲट दॅट टाइम तो स्वतः काय होतो, हॉट होतो, तो गरम होतो. ॲट दॅट टाइम दे इन्क्रीज द टेम्परेचर ऑफ द सराउंडिंग इट. दॅट्स वाय The CO2 evolve is harmful for the खूप जास्त प्रमाणात जर CO2 जर बाहेर गेलाय तर at that time it will be make the harmful to our society. जिकडे एसी फ्रीज आणि जे जास्त कन्झम्पशन आहे तो एरिया काय होतो खूप लवकर त्याचं टेम्परेचर खूप लवकर वाढतं बिकॉज देर इज त्याचं CO2 कन्झम्पशन खूप जास्त आहे इव्हॉल्युशन खूप जास्त आहे CO2 चं ओके ग्रीन प्लांट्स रिक्वायर CO2 फॉर द photosynthesis and they in turn emit the oxygen thus they maintaining the delicate balance. That's why uh, you know the very well that thing. Okay, deforestation and burning of the fossil fuel increase the CO2 levels and disturb the balance in the atmosphere. That's why deforest जर झालं वृक्षतोड कटिंग झाली आणि त्याच्यामुळे काय होणार आहे बॅलन्स कमी होणार आहे आणि CO2 चं प्रमाण वाढेल environmental global warming effect on the human. The increased amount of CO2 in the air mainly responsible for the global warming. Okay. Okay, that is the greenhouse effect. The steps of them. You know what is the pollutants, what is the other effect? Acid rain. Okay. We will discuss it in a later tomorrow. Okay. Hope you understand these things.